Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. So today I have my December TBR to share with you all. I'm a little late, but you know, it's better late than never. I haven't filmed a TBR video in so long. I wanted to talk about some of the books I plan on reading this month and just talk more about books. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is a little sneak peek of my library. I will have that video up eventually, but I haven't been reading for like 7-8 months and I'm finally out of my book slump. I'm motivated and I'm really excited. I hope I can get to all of these books. I think I have like 7 books. I'm such a seasonal reader that obviously I can't film a December TBR without having some Christmas books. I actually have 4. One is on my Kindle. This year I tried not to buy any more Christmas books because I feel like every year I'm playing the catch-up game. My goal to get to these physical ones and then get the chance to buy new ones next year. So the first one that is actually not here that's on my Kindle, actually I have 2 that I'm interested in. The first one that I'm going to start is called How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn. It's a thick one, but it just seems like very interesting and I think the cover is also really cute. I'm really happy it's on my Kindle, so I will hopefully try to get through that one. It's kind of like a grumpy sunshine. The main female character is coming back into this like small Christmassy town and the main male character lives in this town and he's like usually a grump, but now that she's in town he's like extra grumpy. Now she's back to compete in this Christmas competition thing for her aunt, so now he's like, well, if she's going to sign up and she doesn't even live here, I should go ahead and join this competition as well because I need to beat her. I've heard that there's spice in the book and that's pretty much all I know about it, so I'm very excited to get to that one. I hope I like it. That would be my first Megan Quinn read. I also have One Day in December by Josie Silver. I'm not sure if that's the author, but I will put up a picture here that I was very interested in reading, but I might have to buy that one next year because I don't think it's on Kindle Unlimited, and I heard that one is a sad read. And then the physical books that I own here, this first one I've had for a while. I really do need to get to this one this year. It is called Love Light Farms by B.K. Borson, and this one is part of a series. They take place in different seasons, I think. I don't know. I heard this one is like really cozy. 2 best friends fake date to reach their holiday happily ever after in this first romantic comedy. So that sounds really fun. The next one I have, I've also heard some great things about, and that is In a Holidays by Christina and Lauren. So this one says, one Christmas wish, 2 brothers, and a lifetime of hope are on the line. Why does this sound kind of sad? So I think this has the Groundhog's Day trope, which I'm not sure if I'm a fan of. The last Christmas book that I have here is called The Christmas Fix by Lucy Score. I bought this one last year because I thought it was a really cute cover and also it sounded really fun. I know that there's like another book before this one, but you don't have to read them in order. Usually I do like to read books in order if they're part of a series, but honestly I just really care about this one. So this one is Single Dad, and he lives in Connecticut when there's a disaster that hits, and basically there's a news reporter, no, a reality TV star, Catalina, that comes back to this town, and she is going to help fix up this small town, I think. But obviously he doesn't want her help because he just thinks, you know, she's just like this celebrity that's coming in, so they're gonna be enemies. I do like the one of them is famous trope, so we'll have to see. But this one is a little bit thicker. I feel like not as thick as her other books though. 370 something pages, and this would also be my first read by Lucy Score, and I've heard some amazing things about the author as well. So those are all of the Christmas reads that I plan on reading. If you guys have any other Christmas recs that you would recommend, let me know down below. The next book that I plan on reading is going to be Bad Blood by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is going to be the last book in the Naturals series, and I'm so excited to complete this series. It's been a really fun ride, but I'm such a scaredy cat when it comes to, you know, mystery books and stuff like that, so that's why I don't really read them. It's a YA series, so I think it's so fun, so fast-paced, and I just love her writing. I am so excited to get to this one because where the last book left off, it was pretty crazy, and I think you guys are going to see me read this one in a reading vlog. If you guys don't know by now, I feel like I've mentioned this so many times about the series, but also other people, that it's just like a group of teenagers that the FBI have recruited to help them solve these murder cases, and there are some there's like a small bit of like romance, I would say, but honestly, going into these books, I just think they're about the cases and how everything connects, and it's just so interesting to see how Jennifer Lynn Barnes comes up with these ideas. I feel like they're so unpredictable and fun and just like so creative that it's so exciting. So I really can't wait to finish the series because it has been on my list since last year, I think, and I'm just ready to move on to a different series, but I just am sad that it's also over. This one is a really thick one, and I know that there are, I don't know how many novellas, maybe one in the back, so I hope I enjoy the novellas. Then the next book that I'm very excited to get to is Heavenly Bodies by Imani Rio. This is the indie edition, and I really want to get to this one because I think this is going to be the Fairy Loot like December box, which I'm very excited about because that will be my first box. It just feels like winter is the perfect time to read this book. I don't know why. I'm just obsessed with this cover. I don't really know too much about it except for the fact that it's a YA fantasy. It says, in a world ruled by the stars, cruel and merciless gods that watch over the world, Alara has been cursed by fate. A prophecy that promises she will fall for a star and it will kill them both. So there's going to be havoc on her kingdom and she's forced to flee. There's going to be magic. This is a debut novel, and I'm just so intrigued to read more about this fantasy world. I hope it's not too hard to get into because I haven't really read anything that's like high fantasy, so I'm a little nervous, but I've heard like amazing things about this, so I think this will be like a 5-star read for me. I really hope so, and I'm really excited to get into this one, hopefully in December, but if not, for sure probably in January. How am I going to say for sure and then probably? But I'm going to have to read that one soon. The last book I really want to finish in December is going to be Magnolia Park's Into the Dark, and you guys, I just am not ready to start this book. I think I was going to read it when it first came out, and you know, I've been meaning to, but because of my book slump I didn't get to it. But I'm really glad of the timing because I feel like December is like the perfect time to read this book, like when it's cold out, because this is such an emotional read that I need to be prepared. I think this whole entire series would be like a 5-star, 6-star series for me, and they're just so unique. They're fictional characters, but they feel so real. So if you guys don't know, this is like the last book. It's not going to be the last book, but the last Magnolia and BJ book. So it's going to wrap up their story, and if you guys don't know about the entire series, they're just like different. It's kind of like Gossip Girl, but different, because I feel like the topics are heavier, and just the way Jessa Hastings writes, it's just so beautiful and like so deep. They're just fictional characters that are kind of like rich and live in their own little world. There's a lot of drama and toxic relationships. It's really toxic, so if you guys don't like that, then it might not be for you. But I would like to compare it to Gossip Girl just because of like how messy it is. At the same time though, there's like so much more as you continue each book. So the first Magnolia book wasn't like my favorite, but as I continue to read the series, I just fell in love with their story. I just can't wait to see how the story will wrap up. I'm just so not ready. I feel like it takes a lot to be mentally prepared, and this book is like so thick, almost 700 pages. I have to finish this book by the end of the year. I just am so excited to read the next Daisy Hayes book because I love Julian. I don't know what's going to happen to him and Daisy and Christian in this book, but it's kind of cool because the timeline is like the same timeline, but Jessa has different books for different sets of characters. I don't know how Magnolia and BJ's story is going to wrap up, but I really hope that they find peace. I think that will probably be like my next pickup. So those were basically all of the books that I have on my December TBR. I will obviously share reading vlogs of these books whenever I get to them, so just stay tuned for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Bye.